morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today on this beautiful Monday? A little bit rainy, but not too bad. Boy, these kids are totally bundled up as if they were going to school in Winterfell. The middle of winter. It's very much spring outside, as you can see out my window. It is green just about everywhere. So, regardless, I wanted to talk a little bit about a book that I finished reading this weekend. It was called The Ritual by Adam Nevill. Now I'm second guessing myself on his name, but regardless, The Ritual was rather good, I must say. I may do a podcast episode about it. I enjoyed it very much, especially the first half. If you like, and I won't talk too much about it at all, except to say that it does take kind of an abrupt turn halfway through the book, almost exactly halfway through. But then it does bring everything back. It's just, it kind of takes this long hook before it jumps right back and kind of ties everything together. That whole sojourn was a little on the long side, but I enjoyed, found it thrilling and entertaining and terrifying. It is a horror novel. Basic idea is these guys go on holiday. They decide to go camping. Some of the people don't really take to camping. They don't take to hiking as well. So as they're trying to get back early, they have to take a shortcut, and the shortcut turns into a long delay. Thank you very much. Gandalf. Right? No, Bilbo. So, I enjoyed and appreciated this book very much. Basically because the horror factor is very subtle. It doesn't try to do much more than cause a suspense that builds and it gets very tense, these moments of tension. I would liken it to a book that I read years ago that was awful, called The Ruins. In many ways, it felt kind of like The Ruins. The Ruins, people are put in this kind of jungle setting out in the woods, where they're kind of desperate to survive, and there's something kind of after them. But the difference is The Ruins was incredibly stupid. The horror factor, there was very little suspense, and then it became, I think the thing might also be that The Ruins was about a group of college students on spring break, whereas this guy just ran like I'm about to run over him. All right. He moved out of the way at the last second. But the Ritual was about a group of adults, all men who were college buddies who just had been together hanging out together for years and hadn't seen each other in a couple of years. So in both books, there's an element of like group relations in survival situations. Very much like the first season of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, though, a lot of that was about race relations. The Ruins was just teen angsty. It was I'm a bunch of dumb kids. I don't know my arse from my face. I'm just going to act a fool. The Ritual, on the other hand, it was about a bunch of people who were really trying to do a good job of covering up the stuff that they knew didn't matter. They were all really trying really hard to focus on what was important. And they failed every now and again. And when they failed, eventually everyone picked each other up. So I think I enjoyed that a lot more than the other two. So regardless, other horror novels that I've enjoyed, The Passage, of course, the entire trilogy was great, but the first one was the best. I really liked House of Leaves, Stephen King. I loved It, and I loved Salem's Lot. Of course, we did a podcast episode about Salem's Lot. What other horror novels have you enjoyed? Frankenstein. Loved Frankenstein. So what other horror novels have you enjoyed? And horror novels. I read this one on paper. I am not a fast paper reader, but I finished it in just over 3 weeks. Which I know probably sounds, for a 400-page book, sounds absurdly long for most people. But typically a book like that would take me 3 months, just because I just don't do well with paper. It just takes too long for me to flip through a book. Even e-ink, I wouldn't do well with. Anytime I have to read with my eyes, I wouldn't do very well. Tomorrow, let's talk about some ideas I have on how we can improve reading with eyes, or at least something I would like. In any event, let me know what horror novels you like. If you read The Ritual, let me know if you enjoyed it. I would recommend it to anybody who likes horror, and have a nice day.